Yo! It's your boy J Dog back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing if my created players were in the March Madness. Now, these players are not real, of course. And yeah, we're just going to talk about my created players because, like I said, they're fake and I wish that they were real and were in the March Madness. So I've decided we're going to do a video if my imagination players were in the March Madness. So, we did this last year, obviously, because it was March Madness season. And now that the March Madness is coming up tonight, I've decided, why not do this video if my imaginary players were in the March Madness? Now, we haven't did this series since about March something. So I believe once the March Madness ended, we ended the series. So now that the March Madness is back, I've decided, why not do another season of this? And it's a brand new year, so we're going to get this started. So last year we left off with Yoshi Weathers, and I explained how he joined sophomore Alvin Evans. At the same time, Yoshi is playing his first year of college, which we already talked about in the last series. It's been a while, so I might be a little rusty about this. But anyways, next up is Maryland. We have Kenny Thompson, who's going to be averaging 17.5 points per game during the tournament. He obviously joins Matthew Luguez and Harrison Duke. And Kenny Thompson's Maryland team obviously was eliminated in the second round. Now, I believe I mentioned that when we talked about Matthew Luguez, that we said that they would be eliminated in the second round. So, obviously, he's going to lose. All right. But, anyways, Kenny Thompson didn't have any special moments. Just, like I said, averaging 7 points per game. 17, I mean. But, yeah. Next up is Julian Smith. Julian Smith is going to be playing at Florida State with the Florida State Treminols. Is that what they're called? Treminols? I don't know. But anyways, Julian Smith will be having 11.2 points per game. By the way, Julian Smith plays small forward or power forward. That's why he had 5 blocks in one of the games, which was the first round. But they ended up getting eliminated that same exact game. So basically, he didn't really average 11 points per game because he only played in the first round. But we're just going to say, like, this is how much points he had averaged during a conference tournament. Because what conference is Florida State in? I have no clue. Next up, we have Minnesota. Now, I don't know much about Minnesota College, although I heard that Max Christie's brother, Cam, actually went there. Anyways, Minnesota Yolova Gunkin. Yeah, trust me. It's a weird name, but I want to say, why not a little bit Russianness? Anyways, his team does not make the March Madness. You might be wondering, why are you including him if he's not in the March Madness? I just wanted to include him to, like, pretend like he was at least part of a conference tournament before they could have had a chance to make the March Madness. Anyways, the good news is he wins the season national award. He won Dennis Rodman Defense Award. Now, comment down below. I don't even know if that's a real award. And if you're a March Madness or college expert, you would let me know. Because, I don't know. I didn't know what else to come up with. And I wasn't going to do Kobe because Kobe never played college. And I'm not trying to hate on him about how he should have went to college. No. I'm just I don't know why they would make an award for that if he never played college. But anyways, yep. I don't know if Dennis Rodman is an actual defense award, but I believe Dennis Rodman was a really good defender, and I believe he's won a couple of defensive players. I'm not 100% sure, but you can let me know. Next up is Penn State, which has Casper Wagner. Casper Wagner makes the March Madness in 2027. Because currently I'm pretending Wagner is in his senior year, so he's gonna get prepared for Penn State. Anyways, in the first round, he has 31. And then in the next game, he finishes with 12 points. And during that game, they got spanked. They got spanked pretty bad in that second round. 104-72. He did win the 2027 NCAA Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year for his team and conference. All right. Anyways, so like I put, at least he still earns an award because he wasn't able to win an award in the March Madness. Obviously, that award being the national championship, which didn't come to plan for Casper Wagner. Anyways, we're up to Rashard Bluster, and he's gonna be playing for Boise State. Now, I hope I don't repeat this, and I don't think I ever had Rashard in my last year video, so if I did, I'm sorry for mentioning it twice, and if I give it a different... Anyways, Boise State. Rashard Bluster's team loses in the Sweet 16, unfortunately. But during the tournament, he actually hits a game winner from half court. And he almost did it again in the Sweet 16. During the Sweet 16, the shot was in, and then it popped. It was in the hoop, popped out. It popped out of the hoop, and as soon as it popped, it didn't pop out and then fully come off the rim. It popped out, hit the side of the rim, and then it started rolling around, and it rolled out. It came out, it did not go in, it rolled out, and the other team got it, and they just dribbled it out. Bluster was stunned about the shot. It kind of shocked him. He wasn't even upset about losing that one. He was so focused on how he missed it, and he just thought to himself, there is no way that just happened. There is no way that it came out, hit the side of the rim, started rolling, and then came out. He put his hands above his head in disbelief. The second round half-court game winner was crazy. It went off the backboard further than Jalen Suggs' game winner, because Jalen Suggs was kind of past the half-court line, but it was still a pretty deep three. Bluster's was way further, and it was an actual half-court. His feet were behind the line, and it was a half-court. It banked off the backboard, knocking his opponent down. And this game winner was against Oklahoma State Cowboys. I don't know why I said Saint. So guys, I'm still learning about my grammar, so hopefully it's good. Anyways, it was further than Jalen Suggs' game winner. His teammates on the court ran towards him to hug him and celebrate with him. Even his teammates on the bench ran off their prospective benches and celebrated with Bluster. And did I say perspective? Because, doesn't that mean like a pole? Anyways, his teammates off the bench came off and strolled towards him. And that was against the Oklahoma State Cowboys, as I said. And that's where Cade Cunningham went. And I believe he also played in the March Madness. Let's get back on topic, though. Next up is Gordon Halibut. Averages 7.1 points per game off the bench during the 2027 March Madness tournament. They get eliminated in the Elite Eight by game winner with 0.8. They had to rush to shoot because they were out of timeouts. So obviously, if you don't have any timeouts and they make it, you have to catch it, throw it immediately, and maybe prove yourself and hit the game winner. So I think he would prove them wrong. Anyways, and they airballed the half court, and Halibut was the one that attempted to win this game. But they got eliminated in the 2027 tournament in the Elite Eight. Just imagine you're so close to going in the Final Four, and you lose to a game-winning three-pointer. So now I want to move on to Manning Green, who is a center. Now, we're not always going to include the guards and forwards because I know you guys are like, why do you only care about guards? Well, guards are more quicker than centers, so we don't really care, but for this, we're doing this. Anyways, Kansas State, Manning Green averages 10.1 points per game. Really good for a center, and actually did good in that conference tournament, actually, because they actually missed out on the March Madness by losing the conference tournament, finishing with the 14-11 record. And I'm pretty sure even if they won, they still would have not have made it. But anyways, that's not much to say about Manning Green, so we're gonna toss that out. Next up is Kentucky and Duke Milson. Now you're gonna be shocked. He is 7'5", guys. 7'5", who's gonna be averaging 10.1 points per game, the same average as Manning Green, but a better field goal percentage. Milson averages, when he gets 4.7 blocks per game during the tournament. And like I said, Duke is 7'5", so obviously this is going to be unfair. He's going to be blocking his defenders. And even if they're wide open, or they think they're wide open, Milson's just going to come at you and block you from behind. He's like Victor Wembanyama, okay? Victor Wembanyama. Anyways, he had 7 blocks in that game because, I mean, dude, even when I play 2K, I have fun blocking with the tall guys. And Duke Milson is going to be coming to 2K, and we are going to make a video on him soon. I don't know when, but I need to get him done first. Next up is a senior in high school, and it's Terrence Valhoot, who's going to be playing for the Purdue Boilermakers. And during the tournament in 2027, he averages 14.5 points per game. In 2027, he struggles in the Elite Eight, only putting up 7 points, and he misses a game-tying bucket to force OT, as it was in and out, and it didn't go in, so he was pretty devastated. And he was very disappointed with his performance in that game. Next up is BYU and Junior Posey. And no, guys, he's not going to be playing with AJ Debonsa. Unfortunately, no. And he's currently in high school. So Junior Posey is a power forward who averaged 18.7 points per game. He leaves overseas to get more recognition from people all over the world and the United States. He played in Germany in high school. He wanted to leave overseas so he could play in the March Madness, which is going to be the 2027 tournament. So he's going to be along with all those other 2027 tournament players. Anyways, like I said, he wanted to leave overseas so he could play in the March Madness tournament because, guys, if you're in college and you play college basketball, even if you're a man or a woman, you're going to have fun in the March Madness. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of crazy game winners, which we've seen in the past decades. Like that Jordan Poole hitting a game winner. That Chris Jenkins dude hitting that crazy game winning play. So I understand why Posey would want to be in the tournament, even though he's not real. Anyways, luckily he was able to experience the March Madness tournament and witness possible upsets that he would be part of. But they ultimately lost in the second round, 97-64. That's a really low-scoring game for a tournament like this. But those are all the guys. We are going to be doing a whole series this year for the March Madness. Since the March Madness season is going on right now, we're going to be doing a lot of parts of this series this year. And then when the March Madness ends, the video will wrap up. And this is the first video of me making March Madness at 17 years old. So, that's gonna do it for today's video. You can comment down below if you would like to see a part 2 tomorrow or just anywhere in the week. So I'm gonna make a poll of when you want to see the next video or what players I should include next in this video. Anyways, I'm probably gonna make a poll on those players that you would want me to throw in there. Anyways, thank you so much, guys, for watching today's video. Obviously, tonight is the March Madness, but it's the first 4. So, I mean, the first 4 is not really important to us. It's when the tournament actually begins. So, the first rounds begin Thursday. And then, like I said, tonight is the first 4, which with NC State. That's the only team I know that's in the first 4. But anyways, like I said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and turn post notifications on so you don't miss any more of my epic J-Dog content. Anyways, I'm J-Dog, and I'm out. Peace.